Right now, home is where I sit and think, in our office in the loft, sometimes referred to as the crow's nest. I spend most of my time here in any event. For some of us, being in the over 70 vulnerable group, the so-called lockdown has not been such a great change. For many, particularly those in retirement or care homes, they had already been locked down. The only real change for some is the lack of friends and family contact, however often they chose to visit. On the whole, many are probably oblivious to any change, but there has been an increase in technological connections, and many of us have taken full advantage of being able to travel the World Wide Web through our fingers. What is extraordinary is the amount of material, written and visual, that has been fed into and scanned into this net of information. It is also surprising what pops up as one clicks and scrolls across the screen. I have been indulging and wallowing in a feast of stuff and trivia, watching films, reading text, absorbing and learning. One such bit of stuff is a short film made in 1948, produced by the British Medical Association. Basic Hospital Techniques Number 1, How to Make a Mask, designed for people starting work in hospitals. At one time, there was a Labour government elected in 1945. They produced the National Health Service Act 1946, which came into effect on the 5th of July 1948. It was introduced by the then Minister of Health, Aneurin Bevan. A couple of other events occurred in 1948, which I find may resonate today. The 1948 Olympics were held in London between the 29th of July and 14th of August. They were known as the Austerity Olympics. There were no new stadiums or sports arenas being built, and athletes had to find their own accommodation, as no Olympic village was available. Just before the Olympics began, on the 22nd of June, the ship, Her Majesty's Transport Empire Windrush, arrived in Britain with 492 Jamaican immigrants. These three events, the NHS, austerity, and Empire Windrush, somehow bring to mind the irony of a British government whose austerity caused major problems for the NHS, which it now claims to support whatever the cost, and its shameful treatment of people who have supported this country for the last 72 years, many of whom have devoted themselves to working in the NHS. So now we find ourselves having to learn once again how to make masks.
When you've finished with it, take it off immediately. It's done its job as a trap for bacteria and is now heavily contaminated. Drop it into disinfectant and push it under.